Okay, yes, I've got another story to tell you on my channel, on my platform, right? I'm talking to you from Harare, Zimbabwe, and I've got all the news, all the updates, all the new developments, new updates. I got all the new stuff that is happening in Zimbabwe, either good or bad, either positive or negative, either acceptable stories or unacceptable stories, right? As I talk to you now, as I communicate to you via this platform, YouTube, the president of Zimbabwe, Dr. Emerson Mnangagwa, and his government, they, they are currently investigating ZESA or ZDC. If you're Zimbabwean, you know what is ZESA. If you're Zimbabwean, you know what is ZDC. Or maybe, let me help you a bit. ZESA means Zimbabwe Electricity Supply Authority, or ZDC, Zimbabwe Electricity Transmission and Distribution Company. So this organization, ZDC or ZESA, has been put under serious investigation because of this issue that happened at the Parliament building a day ago in Harare, Zimbabwe. Okay, maybe you will ask yourself, what happened at Parliament building, or what happened at Zimbabwe Parliament for this ZESA to be put under serious investigation? Okay, this is what happened at Zimbabwe Parliament a day ago. The president went on stage. He took to the podium to deliver the State of the Nation address. So it was a time, a good time, beautiful time to deliver the State of the Nation address, or what is called SONA, State of the Nation address, by the president, Dr. Emerson Mnangagwa. He went on the podium, he went on the stage. Then after some minutes, there was a power blackout, a power outage, a power failure. When I say power, I mean electrical power, electrical energy. This one, which they call hydropower. So I don't know what happened on that grid, electrical grid, or that substation that supplies power to the Parliament building in Mount Habde, Harare, that area or that section. So the president was shocked, was surprised, like, what's happening? But then, since he want to finish his speech, he want to finish to deliver his speech, he had to motion one of his assistants or one of his aides to get a torch or a torchlight and give him some light to light up his book or his diary, where he wrote down some notes, where he wrote down the speech that was serving for the State of the Nation address. So I saw photos, a lot of photos on my phone, on my laptop, when one of the assistants is holding a torch or is holding a torchlight, trying to light up the book where the president wrote the speech or the diary. You mean the paperwork where this speech was contained, and the president was focusing, fixing his eyes on that book, on that diary, and continue to read and explain and talk in his State of the Nation address. So this is the issue that happened, that prompted or that necessitated the government, after that event or after this situation, to come back and start to launch an investigation into the affairs happening at ZESA, into this stuff or things happening at ZDC. So as I talk to you now, in summary, this is the executive summary of everything. The government of Zimbabwe, the president of Zimbabwe, Dr. Emerson Mnangagwa, and his government, the Minister of Energy and Power Development in Zimbabwe, via the Minister July Moyo, of course, and his team and his delegation, they've put this organization under serious investigation to know what was the cause of the power blackout at the Zimbabwe Parliament a day ago, to ascertain, to understand, to know, to dig out everything that transpired when the president was delivering his speech at Parliament building. Like, what happened? What was the cause of the power blackout? What is the issue? Who was behind it? Who was responsible? Which individual, which human being, which person was responsible? Or which group of people were responsible? which caliber of individuals were responsible for that misfortune that happened at Zimbabwe Parliament. Yes, so this whole organization, right from the top brass down to the bottom, to the periphery, they've been put everybody, everyone, under serious investigation by the Zimbabwe government after an executive order, executive instruction from the president himself, Dr. Emerson Mnangagwa. So this is the story that I have for you today, for you to know what's happening, understand what's happening in Zimbabwe currently, like now, what's happening in Zimbabwe. Of course, it's not a good story. Of course, it's not a beautiful story, or rather, it's not an amazing story. But for the sake of updates, for the sake of knowing a current state of affairs in Zimbabwe, this is one of the most juiciest story, most trending story right now, whereby this organization, ZESA or ZDC, Zimbabwe Power Company, has been put under serious investigation. The government of Zimbabwe, after an executive order from the president himself and the vice president, they've launched a serious investigation into what happened at Parliament building during the session of the Zimbabwe Parliament when the MPs of this country were gathered together on that day, on that event. Okay, what are your comments? What are your thoughts on what I've said? Any comment, or rather any comments, drop right type in the comment box, in the comment section. I'll come and see them out. Let's talk further from there. What you think about this issue? If you know anything, if you understand anything, or if you want to say anything, if you want to type anything, if you want to write anything concerning this matter, concerning this issue about the investigation of ZESA by the government of Zimbabwe. Of course, coming or stemming from the event of power blackout that happened at Zimbabwe Parliament at the new Parliament building in Mount Habden, Harare. I'm done talking. Sharp. Peace out.